Did you go to many Trump rallies?
What?
Did you go to many Trump rallies?
I was made fun of in many Trump rallies. Of course, why would I go to a Trump? I'd get punched.
So I went to a bunch of Trump rallies. It was sort of a show, right? I mean, it was the same.
Completely a show.
I watched Gutfeld before I came to this. It's kind of the same thing as a Trump rally. It's done with a little bit more, somebody's written it a bit more succinctly because Trump went on and on and on. He'd have been thrown off after, 2 hours, he's still going. But it was a sort of funny show. And the lines that Trump used to talk about, that he used to make fun of, liberals, for wokeness, is exactly what Gutfeld is. It's the same thing. He's just taken his lines from Trump. He's stolen the lines.
Yeah, and look, the other thing is when comedy becomes totally predictable, it's just not funny. And what's happened to the traditional legacy broadcast media shows is their Democratic talking points.
Right.
And when it becomes predictable, I mean, half of comedy is you say something I don't expect you to say.
If somebody makes a joke and it reveals, if people laugh and it's organic laughter rather than that stupid applause that you see people do these days when somebody makes a joke, if they earnestly laugh, you can actually tell that they know the truth of that statement, right? Mm-hmm. And it may not be a straightforward truth, but there's some truth in it, and they know it, and you know it, and now you both know that each other knows it.
And I think in addition to that, and you know this, the camera's a very penetrating medium.
Oh.
There's nowhere to hide.
Oh, calling you out.
You've either got the talent or you don't.
Got it. So it's just like Tom Hanks wasn't really stranded on that desert island.
And I know Greg. He's funny.
Not deserted island, Emily. Desert island.
He's smart. He's quick.
Oh.
And particularly when you put him with an ensemble, as they've done, where he gets to play off other people,
but you know
it
what,
works.
I watched it. It's pretty predictable.
Remember this classic blast from the past?
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is. Yes.
I mean, you can tell what he's going to say. I mean, as predictable as
it's not as predictable as Colbert, okay?
I think it's pretty predictable. You know exactly what he's going to say about climate. You know what he's going to say about women. You know what he's going to say
the same thing about the other shows. Absolutely.
Yeah, no question.
It is the one true opinion out there. If you don't have the one true opinion, don't go in front of the audience that comes because they don't like it. And they're there more to clap for the opinion that they already believe in than to laugh. And that's what changed.
And this movement has gotten progressively more and more constrained and paranoid and unable to have any kind of sense of humor about itself. Even like commercial humor, like the Saturday Night Live version of humor, it was bad enough when basically all the jokes that you saw on television were Putin coming down the chimney or some other thing where there's like a overt leaden political message attached to it. But you don't even really get that anymore. Like there's just not even an attempt. And people want something. Eventually somebody is going to be brave and funny enough to come up and just rip through it the way Richard Pryor did. Like there's going to be just a genius, a Lenny Bruce type who's going to take advantage of this constricted atmosphere, and I think that's going to be devastating to it. Once the right comedian mixes with this material, which is amazing material, it's going to be devastating.
Yeah, I think we can say two things for sure. One, you just said, which is that somebody is going to figure out how to do this, and it's going to be devastating. And the other thing we can say is that it's going to be Dave Chappelle, which is great.
Right. Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you can tell. I mean, he's the perfect person to do it.